plane. It's Superboy and Supergirl.
Or Superman.
This is Jason J. Lewis, the voice of Superman on Justice League Action.
This is Mark Wade, writer of Superman Birthright.
And you're listening to The Krypton Report.
And you're listening to Krypton Report.
Up in the sky, look!
It's a bird.
It's a plane! It's the Krypton Report!
The All Things Kryptonian podcast, including Superman and Supergirl.
We discuss games, movies, cartoons, TV shows, and comics.
Find us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. Welcome to the Krypton Report. This is a special episode that we decided to do shortly after we did our Batman Forever because we learned of the death of Joel Schumacher. And sadly, we just thought we'd go ahead and talk about his other Bat film as well, as this is the kids' favorite, and it's always fun to watch them. As we watched this movie, the children got their costumes on, were reenacting scenes and quoting lines and playing in front of us as we watched the movie. It was a blast. So enjoy what you can hear. Thank you.
I'm ready, Dad.
Welcome to the Krypton Report. This week is kind of a special episode. Last week we had done the 25th anniversary of Batman Forever, and then the day or 2 days after recording it, Schumacher passed, and we were going to wait, and do Batman and Robin later for its 25th anniversary. But also, this is Solomon's favorite live-action Batman to watch.
Clooney. Who teaches this kid? Clooney? Really? Come on.
I really like it.
Well, it is the most kid-friendly Batman movie.
Exactly.
Batman 66. Hello.
Yeah, but it just
kids can't even keep up with Batman 66. It's just too different for its time.
It's too disconnected.
Shut up.
Even with this being
young men,
20-some years old, it still connects. And I'm just going to tell for all the listeners out there, sitting here in front of me is Solomon dressed as Batman. Say hi, Solomon.
he's Batman.
And then Selah is dressed as Robin. What do you want to say?
Yeah. Robin.
Yep, that's you, Robin. So we're having a good time, and we're Solomon wanted to watch this one last week right after we were done. He was like, well, can we watch what he calls Red Batman because of the cover art? And so we just thought we'd go ahead and do that. And part of it's just a lot of people are going to be talking about Schumacher and what his legacy as a Batman director is. And I just thought, with this film...
Well, and with with Batman Forever's 25th anniversary just passed, everybody was talking about that one as well. So,
and here's three things that are positive that I will say about this film flat out.
Sure.
Number one, if it wasn't for this movie being as quote unquote bad as it was, we wouldn't have got the Nolan films.
Okay, I'll give you that.
So now having the Nolan films, you can watch this for what it is and enjoy it. Number two, as kind of stated, this is the film that I can watch with my kids. I had a young nephew who, I think he was maybe 3, 4-ish. He wanted to watch live-action Batman, and he put in accidentally Batman Returns, and he was scared of it.
Oh, man.
And, this is just one that it is more kid-friendly, and it makes it great to watch with my kids to see a live-action Batman, Robin, and so forth. So, I have a special place for this. And number 3, because of this film, they stopped production on Superman Lives. And that's kind of a controversy. Would that be a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know. But because of this movie being so bad, it stopped that. And that might have been for the better.
Superman Lives would have been awesome. I mean, Christopher Walken as Brainiac. I mean, wow. I mean, the possibilities.
For real.
Yep, we did. We'll finish it up. We just haven't got to. But, quick history with this one for me. I was 12. My brother was 9.
Barely even to read yet.
So it was just another summer, and it was exciting because, and we'll get into this more, but unlike the last movie, the toys for this were out there. You could find them. They were great. I mean, I even rebought the Bane figure last year for Solomon because it's the best Bane toy, just regular Bane figure, period.
That was my favorite toy. That was my favorite toy to play with when I was 12 playing with him.
Doesn't surprise me. James, yeah.
I had the Mr. Freeze figure with the ice gun and had a stick in the back and you push it and it had the 3 ice beams. You twist it.
I had the Freeze, I had the Robin, I had the Batman, I had the Batmobile. I had the Batmobile with the open top, so you could just sit the Batman toy right inside.
I'm
drive it right across the room.
We had a good bit of figures for this because my uncle used to
I had the Bat Ski.
He would get a lot of toys because he knew Toy Company. He'd get at swap meets and flea markets and trades. He would get all kinds of toys cheap for us. So I'm trying to remember. We had quite a few of the figures. We had Mr. Freeze, Bane, Batgirl, Poison Ivy, just the standard. I don't know if we actually had a Batman figure for this or not, but I had Robin with the red bird.
Yeah, there's a Batman.
But I'm saying I don't know if we had it though.
Oh.
Yeah, I know one of the Batmans I had was an animated series Batman. I'm pretty positive I had the black sonar suit from Batman Forever.
The only Forever.
I had another Batman.
The only Forever toys I had.
I didn't have any Forever toys. All my toys were the Batman and Robin toys. And I remember taking the cape. I remember taking the cape off the Robin toy and just playing him as Nightwing.
Well, the Robin toy I had, I think, was a Forever toy too, because it had the Robin costume, not the basically Nightwing costume from this.
I would have rather had that.
So my Robin had a Robin costume.
As you should.
The green, with the green pants, the green tights, and the red top.
Nice. Now that I'm thinking about it, can you guys honestly remember any movie after this movie, DC Comics wise, that had a big toy marketing? Or McDonald's marketing, toy marketing, because after this we got the Nolan verse, we got Superman Returns, but no real big toy push after this movie. Am I crazy?
I played the Superman Returns Xbox 360 game.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Their Xbox 360. There was a Batman Begins video game, which was
yeah. It was halfway okay.
Yeah, it wasn't very good. But I remember them. They were going to make a Dark Knight video game, but then they took all the elements of that and they kind of put it in Arkham Asylum.
Which
was amazing.
One of the best video game trilogies out there.
Yep.
Maybe the best. No, I don't know. But it's going on what you guys were saying. This movie is pretty darn ridiculous. It is very campy. But man, when this movie was announced and I saw Mr. Freeze, my favorite Batman villain, my Riddler number 2, Two-Face number 3, but just being able to see Mr. Freeze was coming to the big screen, and he was going to be played by Arnold Schwarzenegger of all people. What more of a tough guy could you get than Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze?
Yeah, when this movie was coming out, I was definitely happy and excited that Arnold was playing Mr. Freeze. That was pretty sweet, and then I was stoked that they were having Bane in it.
Yeah, man.
I remember, and we'll get more of this as it goes, but this summer with Taco Bell, man, so much Taco Bell because they had the cups. Yep. And do you want a drink? Okay.
Yeah, the cups. We had cups, toys, Happy Meal stuff. What else did we have? I even remember staying up late at night watching Conan, but then I was flipping through the channels on QVC. There's all Batman night, Batman merchandise for this movie.
Well, yeah, merchandise drove forever in this.
This,
completely.
I mean, this even more just because, like I said, the Taco
Because of
Bell
how-
push
because
was,
of how big Batman Forever was.
and then I bought, I tried Corn Pops just because like Robin was on the box, like, and then I think it was Kellogg's did it because you had Corn Pops with Robin, and I think it was Flakes with Batman. Like, I mean, it was on the cereal, everything. And that's what made this movie more exciting, is because you felt its presence, and you know, from Taco Bell, toys, cereal, like. But let's get it cracking. We got our Blu-ray up and running. We are at the Warner Brothers sign.
I'm at HBO Max on my television.
Yes, baby.
We have a stream.
My cord is long enough so I can watch it on my TV.
So we are at 3 or 4 seconds, and on 4 we're gonna play. So are we ready, guys?
Yep, we're just right on the Warner Brothers logo.
All right, 1, 2, 3, and play. Play. Dang it, play. There we go. All right, so once again we got the cool
Transforms into the
into the ice bat, which is
frozen bat. Yeah.
which is
Sub-Zero.
which is even sweeter. And then that bat symbol looks straight up like Keaton style bat.
Sure does.
And Arnold Schwarzenegger gets top billing.
Heck yeah, he does.
Of course.
For sure.
Who's George Clooney?
I mean, at the time, like, he had done what? Just from Dawn, movie-wise? And,
Yeah, Clooney's just done Dusk Till Dawn.
and he was on ER.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure I heard the story that he would film ER like during the day and then go film Batman and Robin at night.
Yeah.
Yep. That does look cool, the bat symbol and the Robin symbol. There was like a picture or something of George Clooney and Dean Cain playing basketball on the back lot.
Look at those bat nipples. Oh, that bat butt. Woo!
Yeah.
Wow.
I do like, I like the suiting up. I mean, it's not perfect the way they do it. Like, okay, like these. Where do those fit in their utility belt? Even though the Robin ring
Especially
looks
that
cool.
huge Robin one with the big old point.
Heck yeah, man.
And I mean, I like, you know, we got, of course, we're going to
I
address
must admit, the toy Batmobile was pretty dope.
Batmobile's dope.
with the way the capes crossed as they were going out. I think part of George Clooney as Batman, the oddness, is in his eyes. They pop a little bit more.
Yes.
They're
He
more
looks like a dude in a Halloween costume being Batman.
like his eyes pop out and are more vibrant compared to like some of the others where they sink in more. Now, I will say, almost beat for beat, this movie script, pacing, everything, is like cut and paste from the last film.
Why Superman works alone. And right there, because of that connective tissue, they killed Superman Lives.
Oh, James, man, dude.
I do like we have the bat symbol. I mean, this is a cool shot where the camera goes up like that. I like this Batmobile. Like, I like
Man, its head sticks out the top. Did you see that driving away? Like a big, like a crash, flip that sucker over and
I don't like the open
land it on his
cockpit.
head.
I don't like the open cockpit towards it, or the light in the front.
Not win.
I do think the one at a time is a little slow if they're in a hurry.
Yep.
I just love that Robin had a motorcycle, though.
I do love the red motorcycle.
Yes, very much. I had that toy.
And that's a cool shot of him driving off right there like that. But oh wait, hold on.
Here at the Gotham Museum. He's frozen the antiques with him. He's turned the security guards into ice. He calls himself this stuff.
And there is Commissioner Gordon.
The most useless character in all 4 of these movies.
Give me Robin.
Now that's a cool shot of like the museum, like just the Gothic look. The large. Whoop.
And it looks like Gotham, you know. It's so big. It's got some crazy glass windows.
Straight up Batman 66 here.
Okay, Robin.
Okay, Robin.
Yeah, I mean the way Freeze is standing there, and like the guards, the way the ice looks, and like the lighting and stuff. Yeah, it's very. And why do we have these Mr. Freezes like this one and in Gotham where it's like an open face mask?
Don't get me started.
Well, with Gotham, it was like a completely open head. Like, at least with this one here, he's got a helmet that like would help to keep his head cold.
Yeah, but his mouth.
And it's got a neck that goes up, and
I like the glasses.
The suit is still
you pay Arnold too much money to have him with his head covered.
Touche.
I mean, this is true. I remember watching this. This scene right here was like on every media outlet. And hi, Freeze, I'm Batman. It's kind of cool, but like Clooney, I don't hate Clooney. Like you said, he just doesn't look right in the suit. And even this suit, like the way the cape hangs and is attached is different.
See, and now how did the
cheap
Robin
right there.
symbol go into the door when he came through?
I don't think that's realistic.
I mean,
dude, I swear to God, actually watching this now, it looks so much like a 66 show.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just updated.
Did you see how the ice gun just floated on top there?
And I mean, and like how if you pay attention, they're supposed to be on ice skates, but you'll see they're on rollerblades.
Yeah, you could see the wheels when they jumped over him.
What, Robin?
I'm liking it.
And like how it's not really ice on the floor. But, you know, whatever. At this point, it's good fun now. But like Clooney's suit, where you have the first solid black bat. It's the bat with no yellow behind it. And that's different, you know? Like, the first time it kind of just disappears and... right here, the skates and the boots.
How did the blades come out of the boots?
Because they were prepared, man.
Yeah, they didn't come sideways, they came straight.
Yeah.
I thought that was always kind of funny.
The Batman and Robin must have lifts in their shoes, so they stand above all their components inside the soul.
Thanks.
I think I'm a couple seconds ahead of you because yours wouldn't play. You were like, play.
Yeah, it's all good. And then, of course, for no reason that I've yet to find, given anywhere, why Robin all of a sudden has Nightwing suit with a cape. And at this time it's red. You know, instead of actually the awesome Robin suit that we ended the last film with. Do you want to know something crazy? Do you know that Chris O'Donnell was never on set with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yeah.
I heard something like that.
I was going to say something about that myself, but I had to mute and yell at my child.
Like, that
she almost took down the computer and the cord.
How quickly they filmed this, and just using stunt doubles and everything like that, and I mean, you watch it, you're like, oh, you would never know, but just learning that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I wonder just over the years, through the 80s and 90s, how many screenplays of Batman did they get?
There was a few
people working from them, and how many hands they went through, how many story elements were just pitched,
like there was that time where they released like a bunch of the scripts that were or details about the movies that were supposed to be made post this film, and then they did release information what the original Batman Returns script was before it was written by
Serious Leap.
Yeah, it was the Sam Hamm script, and then they brought in the secondary writer who basically made it to the Batman Returns we know. But seriously, like, why is the bat symbol, like you said, hanging up on the wall where he busted through? He has a rocket. He literally just used a rocket out of the museum.
I always thought this was weird. I was like, oh, yes. Oh.
Where is he going? I mean, it looks cool. Don't get me wrong. Like, it looks cool.
He's taking them to space, man.
You all right, Robin? All right, Robin. Do a good job.
I mean, he's not going to the cooler.
Icy cold, the space.
I think Schwarzenegger's just having a good time, but
I bet he is.
I mean, he got paid like $1 million per minute that he was in this movie.
Think if you didn't have to do a lot of your stuff, you just had your stuntman do a bunch of it for you.
Right around this time, Arnold Schwarzenegger was one of the highest paid actors there was.
Mm-hmm. The butterfly wings.
He actually held that for quite a while, I think.
His movies make money. I mean, he deserves it.
One thing about this movie makes me sad is like it is called Batman and Robin, and I would have liked to have seen a movie that really focused on them before, hey, just randomly let's throw in Batgirl just because.
I hear you, because we didn't get much of them in Batman Forever, just kind of at the end.
And then
there's really no growth in their relationship whatsoever.
I got it.
Surf's up.
I mean, like, just watching my children enjoy this makes this movie worth watching. Like, so.
That's a cool shot.
I can't find the sky.
Oh, I know, baby. You can't fly. I know, it's sad. There's no way those would stay on their feet unless they have magnets. Maybe they have bat magnets on their shoes.
Maybe I can't fly where? Because I can't.
It's okay. It's alright.
So I thought this was Mr. Freeze, not Killer Moth.
That's a cool shot of just the city.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Robins.
Selah, comment, baby.
Oh, CGI crazy here.
What furnace? Like this
pretty awesome. How the grapple shoots right off of his gauntlets like that.
Just fly.
Yep.
And just gonna fly too.
Yep. And how much he's already made, like, snow in the tunnel.
Mm-hmm. And Robin.
Yep.
And Harley Quinn. And
like he froze up that whole place wearing it while.
You know what's interesting is I was saying earlier is like you're talking about scripts, like how quickly they wanted this movie is like how, like I said, the beats and everything is so much just Batman Forever, but they're just changing the characters. But because I mean the runtime's almost exactly the same. So did they not like round up the thugs? Because he left.
No, man, he's a big bad, man. You want to go for him? You want to go for the big bad?
But I'm saying, like, Robin didn't round up any thugs. They just let all of them go. They drove here. This is cool that his suit's all lit up.
It's funny. It's who was Arnold working with during his scenes? Like, who is he working opposite? Was he getting the same reactions?
I'm gonna say no one or stunt people, depending on the way the scenes were done. Like, there's probably scenes in here where it's just stunt people working on period, without any of the actors.
He just lifts the frozen Robin like he weighs 5 pounds, because he does.
and then heats. I mean, even just.
Yeah, that's not a mannequin at all.
Do we get it? And even this, like, I feel like undercuts.
South America.
It just undercuts Robin again and, like, his value.
Yep.
Like, he gets so undercut in these movies. Poison Ivy. This was a very interesting choices for villains. I mean, I think in a way they could have been really cool together because they're like opposites. If you had made almost the villains fighting each other, like the idea of him wanting to freeze everything, but then she wanting to make everything plant life and tropical and flourish.
I really think they just threw darts at the board.
I mean, probably based on popularity, but I mean, I didn't know for the longest time that Dr. Jason Woodrow was actually somebody important.
Yeah, man.
I didn't know who he was at this point.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't realize he was until later.
Yeah. And I didn't know much about John Glover at this time. But then shortly thereafter, when I found out who it was, I was like, oh wow. Like John Glover and then him being Jason Woodrow even farther down the road. Like, that's awesome.
It is funny how you go back and you watch these movies as you're older, and then you catch all this stuff. The John Glover stuff, that Jason Woodrow is really a pluronic man. You get that Swamp thing. This is an interesting origin for Bane as well. Like, I remember watching this as a kid, and I got kind of scared when he got really big. Because, I remember seeing Bane from the animated series. I hadn't read Nightfall yet. Nightfall was just being written at when this. Well, Nightfall was like 5 years old when this came out, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
4 years old.
Yeah,
came out in '93.
I didn't really know much of anything about Bane, but I don't know. This is just, you have the serial killer of serial killers being mutated to this giant monster, yet he's just a tool. He's just so sad.
He's just a thug.
Yeah, it's just a thug.
Yeah, he's a blunt object.
And what's crazy is, you can think about it, there's technically 4 DC villains in this movie if you count Jason Woodrow. And then
good point.
And then in the Batman Returns, everyone talks about there being 2 villains, but technically there's 3 because Max Schreck is a villain.
Yeah.
10 million, huh? It's like chump change now, isn't it?
Total chump change.
Why did you say this?
Because of his Venom. Yeah, I mean, and the guy they got to be Bane, I'm just like,
Yeah, Jeep Swanson.
yeah, I'm just kind of like, he was big, but like, I was just thinking about, you know,
Oh, I thought that was James's dad, man.
I was just
No,
like,
actually, my dad's a small guy.
I remember seeing him because like, I watched the E channel, the entertainment channel, like they did the red carpet for this movie. And I'm just like, I mean, he's big, but I just think about some of the people like that you see like in bodybuilder magazines. Like, it's not really an acting role. So why not just have someone like that who like is just completely ripped and huge? Maybe Arnold couldn't have someone bigger than him, but then I don't know. Bane, is he bigger than Arnold in this?
Oh, yeah.
So
I just feel like they could.
yeah,
What's this one?
yeah, he is the bad guy in Swamp Thing. You're right, buddy. That's my kid.
Jeep Swenson. Not
My
Swanson,
man.
Swenson.
And he died
He's the
shortly.
bad guy in Swamp Thing.
He died shortly after this, didn't he?
Well, the man weighed 405 pounds.
Yeah, I mean, he just looked like he was a
He
more.
was 40 years old when he died.
He looked like he was more of a robust man
Who died?
for this. The guy who played Bane.
Wow.
He was 40 years old and died in August of 97. So, yeah.
Yeah, this came out in June, so
6'4" and 405 pounds. So, he was only about 2 inches taller than Arnold, but outweighed him by, 180 pounds. Another person.
I kind of feel like Uma Thurman was cast in this because, yep, buddy, she does.
I don't know.
I just feel like she was chosen just because she was popular at the time because of Pulp Fiction.
I always thought Pulp Fiction was
94, right? Yeah, pretty sure it was 94. Hey, you ever notice like how perfectly executed this like lab video is? It looks like a, perfectly shot, edited, and
It's like a training video.
yeah, like I mean, like somebody's filming it on location. It's not just a security footage.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, look, how could you not fall into that?
Yeah, there's no railing. It's right behind you. I'm just gonna stand above it.
Look at the giant bat.
I was gonna say, it doesn't even seem like an accident.
Yeah. Now, Clooney as Bruce Wayne doesn't bother me as much. I don't know. I can kind of buy it a little bit more, but Clooney's one of those actors to me. Like he always feels like he was always been older. Like even when he was younger, he just felt a little older. And
he had a way of delivering that exposition. Kind of made it sound like Bruce Wayne was delivering delivering information, but especially in his robe.
Yeah.
Yeah, she definitely got this role because of Pulp Fiction.
I mean, think about this movie. Like, if you think about, you have Alfred and
So I've slowly paused my movie because I could hear yours, and I slowly paused it little by little, and now I think it's synced almost exactly.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, the kids. The kids needed Tyler. My bad. Okay, so, all right. This movie. One thing that's good about this movie, though, is even though it's really, in my opinion, not really a Batman and Robin movie, is the relationship between Bruce and Alfred. This father-son story. You know, this movie really talks to the heart of the relationship between, like, how afraid is Bruce to lose Alfred?
It's the only real emotional and drawing part of the movie. You know, it's the only part of the movie that actually gives you a response.
Right.
You know, the rest of it you're just kind of watching for what it is and what's happening.
No, you're totally right. I mean, you know, the rest of the movie is kind of that, like, you know, Batman 66 stuff. You know, I'm watching it. It's just meant to have fun. But I don't think, other than Gotham, I don't think any other Batman live action thing has really kind of hinted that. What if I lose Alfred? You know, and Bruce is like pushing 40 in this movie. If he's not 40 already, because Clooney looks so much older. But like, what would Bruce do without Alfred? Because he's not really ready to guide Robin. I mean, we still haven't seen in these movies at all him really being a guiding soul, an older brother, if you will, to Robin at all. But, you know. And now we're seeing Uma Thurman probably in her most attractive part of the movie.
Yeah, when she starts getting a lot of that other makeup on.
Yeah, it's just too much. And her wearing these like leaf handcuffs or whatever the heck it is. Mother Nature. And also, this movie had so many campy lines.
Oh yeah, it was written for campy lines.
It was. You won't put me in the cooler.
This movie is so full of just one-liners and camp from dialogue and things that are shot like Bane just standing there flexing and yelling. All the one-liners. I mean, you can pick any scene from this movie and cut out trailers.
I mean,
I love this robe. I want this robe. I've always wanted that robe.
Mr. Freeze,
yeah, it's a pretty dope robe.
His hideout, the TV dinners, like this is all 66 inspired style.
Oh, totally.
Moronic thugs.
Yes. And I love that he's
Joker's thugs were
Christmas.
Joker's thugs. I mean, at least there was a little personality, and they did something. Those guys are just mindless and dumb.
And then this girl makes absolutely no sense.
And then same thing with the red triangle gang.
Yeah.
Like, she's not a leader. She's like in this one scene. She obviously is not dating Mr. Freeze. Her outfit makes no sense.
It was just that I had a little bit of Gay Fox, after Independence Day.
I mean, you're right. This is after Independence Day. His suit, diamond enhanced lasers don't make sense, but okay. But you guys were right. Like, the idea of Bruce, we've kind of moved past the trauma of the parents and trying to move into the idea of Bruce losing Alfred, I think, is the smartest part of the story. The billions to complete his research.
His lair is so great.
I'm kind of wondering if that actor was ever in an actual scene with Arnold either. Like, the way that was filmed, like... That's his wife, buddy.
Wait, I see it.
No, that's his wife.
What's her name?
Nora.
Barbara?
No, that's Nora.
Nora.
That's cool. Like, I love how this movie's like feels like almost a
Nora died.
no, buddy. It's like almost 1 year later because like it's fall again.
Man, I love that library. Or study, whatever.
There's Bruce in the stereotypical Bruce Wayne turtleneck.
Oh, man. Bill. On the couch.
I wouldn't mind answering my door to that.
I mean, let's just face it that at least Silverstone was in this movie kind of and everything. She's almost up there with like Amy Jo Johnson for our generation of like girl crushes. Okay, so James, before we started, I was like checking to see any deleted scenes.
Okay.
And there's one deleted scene for this movie, and it's in this scene. And I feel like this dialogue, the way they're shooting it, they're at a distance, is because you find out she's not actually his niece. It's a girl that Alfred was in love with but was too young for him. It's her daughter, and Alfred just became like a family friend uncle to her. And that, at least that makes better sense to me than trying to actually make her more like Barbara Pennyworth or Barbara whatever Wilson. Don't they say Wilson, I think? I don't know.
Wilson!
You know, because they could, I mean, far be it, they could have actually gave Commissioner Gordon something to do in this movie and made him a character.
Right.
They could have. I mean, because...
like, even if they didn't want to use him, he could have been injured during the freeze thing and then showed up again later on. And Barbara Gordon stepped up.
Heck, it wouldn't have been fine if they just killed off Mr. Gordon.
That wouldn't get her into the mansion, though, so they'd have to figure out another way.
Or they could have actually made her
Or they could have just done it like 66 and she just becomes Batgirl and then they run into each other and then start fighting crime together.
Yeah, exactly. Because, I mean, I don't know, I think that would have been better, made it more of a mystery with, and Alfred, just let him be sick and let that Bruce Wayne scene go compared to like this.
I don't know, it's just... This Batgirl origin of her being his niece, and it's just weird. It's so out of place. I don't know. I would not have done Batgirl. So, like, when you had just introduced Robin, I would not have done Batgirl.
Right.
Not for, like, maybe the next movie.
Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to really get the ball rolling, you introduce Robin in 3, you know, then let this movie just be Batman and Robin, and then bring Batgirl in for assumably the 5th movie,
Yeah.
you know, because then you can give more story to that. But, I mean, I want to figure out what her purpose was in this movie, kind of, like...
Well, they just needed a female to fight Poison Ivy.
I mean, yeah, I guess. Right, Selah?
Yeah, and a camera.
Okay, right, Robin?
Yeah.
But I mean, do we really need this subplot? Like, do we really need her sneaking out to ride motorcycles racing?
No, it would have been better if she was sneaked out to fight crime or something.
Yeah, I would have taken it. She was fighting crime in, her motorcycle jacket.
I have my motorcycle jacket.
Yeah, you do. So
It's like
that's kind of a cool statue of the guy just like protruding from the building.
There's a lot of cool statues in this one.
That is a dope Mercedes limo.
I will agree with that.
I want one.
So James, this is gonna be your next.
I could be
look.
chauffeured around in that any day.
Are you gonna get this Bane coat, just a giant trench coat and a hat, James? And just
Well, I
just yell,
already have the leather coat.
stop. Okay, that does look sweet though. The statue holding the telescope, like, is it practical? No, but does it look cool? Yes.
Yeah, I like it.
But that's why you would only ever see it in Gotham.
Exactly. It's
You would
not-
never see it anywhere else.
So we're gonna play what characters are back in this movie from the last movie.
The blonde hair with the
So-
glasses.
Gotham Gertie's back.
That Asian dude,
Yep.
and the black woman, and yeah, Gossip Gertie is Bob Kane's wife.
Those two, right there, back as
Those
completely
two,
different
yes.
characters. They're now scientists here instead of, unless she moved up from being a, personal assistant to a scientist. I mean, she changed jobs.
That's funny. He was a cop in the last one. The detective interviewing Nigma
Yeah, exactly.
after Stickley's suicide.
And then I like how we just have a new girlfriend, like back to Batman being kind of like James Bond, like a different girl in every movie.
See, she would be a good backup.
Recklessly.
She would be a good backup.
Yeah.
Right, Dad?
Yeah.
Jen, she would be a good backup.
Which is she be a good Batgirl?
The girl on the picture.
Yeah. I like how everyone's like muted colors, and then Julie's in this bright pink, and then Pamela's in this earth tone green and brown. That just pops.
She was a villain.
Well, everybody else, like all the journalists, they're wearing like white shirts, gray coats. While George Clooney's got a blue shirt and a black coat.
Uma looks so hot right now.
Yeah.
Man, those glasses. As a librarian, I've always dreamed of.
Bryan's got some librarian fantasies.
She can teach me a thing or two. Do you know the Dewey Decimal System?
So is she putting knives at it?
What's she wearing gloves for? I mean, come on.
I don't know. I just like how she's.
So is it only her lips that are toxic?
Ew. I don't know. I would be wanting to try.
Batman and Robin protect us, not the police. Just Batman and Robin.
Come on, man. The police are totally inept. Oh, man. What a flyer.
Special guests, Batman and Robin.
Look at that.
Yeah, we don't care about
Like
being
deputized by the Gotham PD.
Robin. Militant all the
That's
warm-blooded
not
oppressors. Most protectors of the status quo.
Yeah, because I like monologuing out loud to myself, like my plans.
Oh yeah, totally. With a green.
All right, she delivered it way better than you did, Brian.
Hey, I was really trying to.
I like the Arnold. Just act like you're getting married and eating cake. All right, like this. Eat this cake.
Eat this cake. Eat it now.
I do think this is like his makeup looks sweet.
All right, one bite, no more. Put the cake down.
Put the cake down. His makeup does look so good though.
Oh,
I hate when people talk during the movie.
Amen. Oh wait, we have to. We're doing a commentary. My bad.
no, that's cool. Like when I'm at home, it's a little bit different. When I'm at the theater, you don't say anything.
So
Yeah.
who's filming these wedding memories? You know,
I'm surprised they still don't use that in like theaters when they do the don't talk during the movie or silence your devices and stuff like that. I'm surprised they still don't use Mr. Freeze.
They really should.
I would use it in my theater always.
Oh, yeah, he's like, oh. He did have a point. Maybe I shouldn't have froze the guy. Very ice.
Put the cookie down.
I mean, even this right here, this is like, here's your circus scene.
Mm-hmm.
Man, was like, where's Gorilla Grodd? Where's Gorilla Grodd, man?
This isn't the Flash.
It should be. Straight. This is like straight out 90s Flash right here.
We're gonna get that in 2022.
This is the jungle.
Welcome to the jungle, Selah.
Welcome to the jungle.
This is known as a sequence of like
Oh, look at that cheetah dress.
Batman and Robin just being out and about in regular.
That's when they put a mask on because then the rubber
That is an obnoxiously big necklace.
Yeah.
Jeweled necklace.
Close personal fun. Bruce Wayne.
You really did that? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Here.
Batman and Robin just standing like at the auction is just kind of awkward. Like, but not Batman lurking in the shadows. You know, he's just out there on stage.
On stage with the spotlight shining on him.
There's Gorilla Grodd.
Two of them.
There's two Gorilla Grods. $30,000.
But
I'm kind of worried about what they're actually like buying here.
Right?
King Kong.
Let's just say it won't be family.
Hey, that dude in the background, I know him from somewhere else. Oh, I know where he's from. He was the bad guy in Dragonheart 2, the really bad version that came directly to video.
He was like King Kong.
He does look like King
That's
Kong.
Gorilla Grodd's girlfriend right there. Priscilla Grodd.
I mean, I think this would have been kind of.
I think that was mine.
It would have been a cooler scene if like she had just come up and like entered the contest, being that they're all like plants, like the orchid, the magnolia, and then she was just the ivy, you know. Like, and it also would explain her costume a little bit more, like because the others are all kind of dressed a little bit more plantish.
Dressed like flowers and they got petals on.
Yep. They're already mesmerized by her. Why she have to blow something in?
Everybody's like,
who's that lady? Well, that's not a dramatic turnaround.
Okay. She's pretty hot now, but she gets more obscene, absurd as the movie goes on.
you mean when we have all the unnecessary costume changes?
Yep.
All the different costume changes, all the different hairstyle changes.
I mean, right now she looks like how Poison Ivy should look in the 90s movie.
One of these
Pretty
guys
much.
right here who's like escorting her or letting her walk on them could have made a better Bane than what we got.
Tyler, man, that's rough.
It is rough.
Look at those bad nipples.
Let's say none of those guys are close to the size of Jeep Swenson, though.
I mean, he's big and.
I mean, that's the one thing you can give them in this movie. They went like full on like enormous Bane,
I'm not that good at.
She bad.
but not like some comics or like the Arkham games where he's like absurdly huge. Like when you fight Bane the first time in Arkham Origins,
Yeah.
I think he looks awesome.
Yes.
And he starts to use some of the venom, and then he just, he gets bigger but more muscular. But then when he starts to take the Titan, like he just gets obscenely huge, like his bones mutate, and he becomes this hulking monster. Like that's just going too far.
I agree. And there's good old Gordon.
Oh my.
So that means Bane?
Are we done with this? We want.
I'll bid $500,000. Jungle Love. He doesn't have it.
I'll borrow it from you.
Here we go, the best part of the whole movie.
Arguing over money, like how rich is Batman, huh? Way to give it away.
You see when that card expired? Forever.
And then here comes Freeze. This cool party.
Who builds them this vehicles? Who builds the rocket? Who builds the cars? Seriously.
Chill.
Well, he's a brilliant chemist and
Well,
maybe he's also a brilliant engineer as well.
I mean, it does kind of bother me. Like, I like when Freeze's gun's like attached to it because he has the tank,
I like there where Batman still kicked the guy when he was like 3 feet away from his face.
You know, one thing that annoys me is if you watch
What's that?
when they're fighting and flipping, they'll have, if you look, their capes are pinned also at their thighs.
Oh yeah.
So the capes don't go everywhere.
Yeah.
Boom.
That way it keeps them out of their face and
Well, that's a completely unrealistic vine swing.
Yes.
Plant girl, vine lady.
Into the diamond
Oh,
gum.
God, no.
Mulch.
This is pretty funny.
Decide.
Feed a mascot.
Like you can tell the cuts here that they were never face to face.
Yeah, I mean, her little framing right there,
Makes you wonder.
could be a stunt double. Because, I mean, it's just part of, like I said, like, they filmed this movie, and they've said how quickly the production for this started.
That's the same type of stuff you can see in Justice League.
Yes. There's a lot of comparisons we could do between this and the current version of Justice League.
Yes. I didn't say Zack Snyder's Justice League. I said Justice League.
Oh, I know.
Oh.
Actually, it'd be a little bit less because they've already been cold for a while, but, math.
Right. At this point, you've got about 7 minutes.
Exactly. No, it's not.
You know what would have been funny? Like, if they saw Poison Ivy for the first time, and then that's what made the bat nipples on the suit. They just went.
But, you know, like we were talking about last week,
Work.
I feel like, okay, this is just sweet looking. The hand
That's so
over the
sweet.
bridge. And this car chase scene, it just looks cool. I mean,
I just love these giant statues in Gotham. Like,
And what about these roads? They're like so high up. These bridges are like amid the top third, half and third of these skyscraper type buildings.
Oh man, there's a statue
I would
there.
move to Gotham just so I can drive a cool place. Any other Batman's there, and I don't want to see Batman.
like, here they come.
Sir,
The Batmobile, which, you know, the open top makes no sense. He would be like,
Driving on this is about as safe as working in Mr. Freeze's lab.
And you can't have anybody with you. So like, he developed that to be alone and had to develop a vehicle for Robin to drive himself.
yeah. I mean,
And like, he can't arrest anybody. Take him in that.
yeah. I mean,
He
didn't you
can't
already learn?
rescue anybody. Like when he after he rescued Vicky Vale, or after he rescued Rachel in the tumbler.
Yeah, that's such a cool shot though of Robin just yelling, like just, you know, and this scene, like it felt kind of out of place, to be honest. Like, why would Batman do that to Robin? Like, they're trying to build up the storyline of them not really as partners yet, but it doesn't really work. And this right here, so the Batmobile frozen, Batman will be frozen. Him ejecting like that, break his neck. Has he not seen Top Gun, Goose? Okay, like he would have been neck broken. It would make no sense. Now that was a weird cut, though that looks cool. The shot of him from the distance. I wonder if that's a stuntman.
Looks like it.
That's a cool shot.
Like, we gotta get a shot of Arnold laying on the ground. We don't have Clooney. Come on.
This is a cool shot right there of him inside the car when he opens his eyes. But why is the car coming up? Like, it looks like it's coming up when
It totally looks like it was coming up.
So it wouldn't make sense even for if it was spinning, if he just drove it straight in. It should have been going down.
That is correct.
Not Robin and Batman, and I'm sick of it. You will abide by it.
It's never gonna trust me.
Can I just say how adorable my daughter is repeating every line that Robin says in Simon's?
I was gonna say, is she repeating Robin?
Yes, she is. It's really hard to keep, but like she's repeating every line after Robin says it. They'll do this with movies that they know real well, but like it's just cool to watch them play and play stuff like this.
The kids are cool.
It just, like I said, it reinforces more that this movie exists as a good entrance for kids, like, and especially like with this one being that we technically have 3 heroes, so you don't have the kids all fighting over who wants to be Batman. Technically, they have Batman, Robin, and Batgirl to pick from.
Mm-hmm.
You hanging up your towel there?
I was gonna say, I'm gonna have to use this, among others, to introduce younger kids.
I mean, it works because even the, quote unquote adult references and stuff that's in this film, it's kind of like, think about like Shrek. How many adult references in there that the kids just don't get?
So many.
It's the same kind of concept.
Hey, that's mine.
You know what would be funny is in 20 years when this movie's almost 45 and we're showing this to our grandkids when they're real little.
Dad,
Oh man.
Mom takes my juice.
Yeah. That'd be
Yeah,
really
and I wonder, just because like we were saying at the beginning of this, I think Batman 66 is almost one generation off. Like, we were introduced to it, and it was like our parents' Batman, and I was okay with it as a kid. You know, Batman the movie I had because that was the only thing we could get our hands on. Like, you couldn't buy the seasons, so if it wasn't on FX, all we had was Batman the movie. And I feel like that same kind of mentality, like with this is just old enough for our kids to like. But I wonder, like you said, with grandchildren, if they'll look at this kind of like the way my kids kind of look at Batman 66, where like they can watch the show a little bit, but it doesn't hold their interest. But they could watch and play this, you know. So it just kind of means like, well, our grandkids look at the Nolan films and be like, oh, okay, Batman. Or will the Nolan films just kind of always exist in this kind of awkward, out of time capsule? Because they're
that's a really good thing to think about.
Because they're self-contained. They don't really expand the Bat family, and the Rose Gallery is not as massive as it could have been.
Well, this movie, you know, kind of almost has the timeless type feel, you know, with the high tech bat toys and you know, technical things like Mr. Freeze and Bane and Poison Ivy's plants and stuff. Then you got like the old cars and the cops, the way they dress, they look like they have like old timey uniforms. And
yeah, I mean, okay, Selah. You know.
So I wonder how long it'll hold up for even being, you know, like the worst Batman of the 90s.
I remember this from the trailer, being like, that's so cool. Learn it well. The trailer, I posted that on the site. Like, it was edited and made quite interestingly, like that it actually like really pumped me up for this movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's funny they got Jason Ventura and that other guy.
He was a
German
wrestler.
Bodybuilder.
Was he? I was trying to remember. I knew
he was a bodybuilder before he got into acting.
I ain't got time to freeze.
I remember thinking that was such a creepy shot, like of him turning around like that. I hate this.
Played it off really good.
I hate the white and black pajamas. I think they're so cheesy, like for the whole prison thing. But they're in Arkham Asylum, not a prison. But I think sometimes they don't know the difference of a prison and an asylum. But you know.
Well, it is an asylum for the criminally insane, so kind of is a prison.
I do like the fact that at least these films, like,
not just like your run-of-the-mill psychiatric hospital.
You know, we do get Arkham in this, and Turkish bath. Like, why does she have a cape?
Because why not? Capes are awesome.
She's walking around like she's walking around somewhere in like the 14th century with a cloak and.
Hey, it's the gang from Batman Forever, guys.
And Bane had his hat and his coat on before he busted into this place.
Have you guys ever heard like them talk about like the production, like how each Batman film was supposed to have taken a cue from the different decades? Where, let's see, let me work backwards. First Batman was supposed to be like cues were the 30s, 40s for Returns, 50s for Forever, and then this one was 60s. They are bad, Selah. Bane is bad. This is an example of bad fighting bad. I mean, the Neon Gang, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but I guess.
They made those chains look cool.
If you want to be like a gang, that's so cheesy, comical.
Well, heck, I could have done that without Venom.
Let's redecorate. Her lines are, the way she delivers are just so like, not deadpan, but just like this style of just like She's
What is this floor? It's like William Shatner as Poison Ivy. What is this floor? Well, that's not blasphemic.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, all her lines seem a little somewhat like that, and I'm just kind of, okay. I would have been interested in what she actually had there.
It's like, it's like they asked her to try to sound seductive with everything that she says.
Yeah, it's a...
every single line. Something that's not even seductive, try and make it sexy.
You know, it's kind of one of those things, you have a gay man trying to direct a woman to act seductive towards men. So it's like his interpretation of what they think people would want.
Maybe an over-the-top something or other.
Right, like, it's not over top enough to be like, to us to really be like, oh, that's funny over the top. It's just enough to be like, that's kind of awkward. I totally forgot all that was like CGI.
I wonder if that's what they did. They're like, all right, let's shoot this. Not awkward enough yet. Let's do it again. Hey, everybody sufficiently uncomfortable? All right,
Oh,
let's
we're
move
good,
on.
we're good, we're
We
good.
got it. Let's move on.
Alright, I'm going to sign off on that. Who is this actress?
Al McPherson.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Supermodel, you know, not really actress, you know. But it just, I don't know, it just kills me that there was never like...
She was in this and Friends and something else.
Yeah. That's really where I know her from, like, as far as acting goes.
That's the main two places I know her from.
I don't know, I just kind of wish... And I think this is the problem with Batman, is other than Catwoman, there's no, like, woman, female that Bruce is attached to. And even the Catwoman type relationship is very loose. You know, like every other hero has their significant other.
True.
But Batman's always kind of a...
Yeah, you can never really see him with any other woman than Catwoman. Like Spider-Man, you can kind of see him with Felicia Hardy. You can see him with Gwen. You know, you can see him with Mary Jane. Like, you can kind of see it. But, like, Batman, no, not really.
They don't... Yeah, I mean, they never really... I don't know, they never really, like, have been able to pull it off. I think it's cool. I think it works for the character. Like, Brian, you and I have talked before. It's like, I like the idea. Yeah, we talked. I like the idea that Batman / Bruce is like, he is in a way mentally unstable.
Yes.
You know, he lives in this trauma and he keeps that trauma alive. And because of that trauma and because of where his mental faculties are, he can never really commit and have a real relationship. Unlike Dick Grayson, who in a lot of ways is supposed to be like his antithesis of being able to leave the double life, but yet have the... Dick healed from his parents. He moved on. You know, he's a healthy individual. Bruce still fights that trauma. Ooh, look, all the really random weird gangs.
The Clockwork Orange gang.
I'm surprised
you guys saw the Clockwork Orange gang.
But why is Coolio here? And I'm really surprised that there's not a gang that's like the Lost Boys right here.
Right. That would have made sense.
That would have made perfect sense.
That would have elevated this movie by like 1/5 of a point.
He still has the Robin helmet.
This time it's a full helmet.
It's a full helmet though. I don't know, this whole motorcycle gang scene, it really makes no sense. And then she has this, like, cherub on her, this little angel thing. Oh, this whole scene is just weird, man. Coolio's there, you know, because this is a couple years before Fast.
He's sitting there, he's just like, I'm here for a paycheck.
It's just...
I've been brought in for a day of shooting, got a quick paycheck. don't have to look interested at all.
Hey man, this motorcycle gang, this is a gangster's paradise over here. What's this on the road? Like a bunch of balloons? Like beach balls? I don't know. There's like a blue flame over in the corner. 2 of them. I don't know. It's weird how many like movies you watch, especially around the 90s, that just have these scenes that just make no sense with it whatsoever.
They just needed an action set piece. How you got there and what it means for the overall story. What does it matter?
Was that Shaggy's face on graffiti? That was like Shaggy Scooby-Doo's face. I swear I saw it.
You'll have to watch it again after we're done, Bryan, and find out.
Alright. Scooby-Doo would have been a better sidekick than this Batgirl in this movie.
Oh, but she's BA because she can ride motorcycles.
Oh, absolutely. That's what this whole scene's about, bro.
Yeah, she can ride motorcycles, which means she's totally capable of handling herself against these superpowered supervillains.
I do firmly feel that that's what this whole scene's about. And it's to show Robin on a motorcycle without Batman stopping the engine. Like, if you drive a motorcycle, I'm telling you. Oh, let's drive through this flame. Whoa. Robin, you can't drive the crowd.
It's like, where was the race supposed to go? Because it seemed like that's where it was going, but then there's like, nope, that's just a trap.
Yeah, well, it looks like that they were supposed to turn left somewhere, but it's a dead end bridge. Like, where are they going to go? Stupid.
Because I thought you were big Batman.
And now Robin's like, man, this chick's a badass, man. She rides bikes just like me. I mean, we're meant to be now. Will I take the cape off?
Yeah.
Okay, kiddo. Let's see if I can help you here.
The kid,
I'm not sure.
it's attached by a car.
Let's see here. You want to take the whole Robin costume off? Or just the cape? Just the cape?
And all the cape can't come off.
Be careful. Okay. Let's see if I can be here. I can sit on this one. Yeah.
The cape can't come off. Fine. Only a circle. Yeah. That's it.
Watch your head, hon. Watch your head, hon.
Alfred's sick. Alfred's not sick, he's dying. Of course. See, then that's good. Bruce knows.
I'm trying to figure out.
He's not told, but Bruce knows. And what about this wardrobe? Every time he's walking around, so like, did he spend just like a day or a week in a robe on set? And they're like, all right, this is all that we're gonna film all the robe scenes.
Yeah. They're like, you know what?
I'm gonna walk around on set all comfy, cozy, in some slippers and a robe, and this is how we're gonna film these scenes.
Heck yeah, man, I'm too old for this crap. That's what he said. Okay, so yeah.
I thought this was pretty dope.
If he can build his own snow globe, then yeah, he can build his own car. It makes sense.
Yeah. He can create a dancing statuette out of a clock. He can build a rocket.
I really do love this scene though because it's just straight out of Batman the Animated Series. I don't know. I always love Mr. Freeze. You know, I love that. You know, hey, I'm Robin Banks and stuff because I just want to cure my wife. I just want to have my wife back, man. And then, that's just a good villain. Like, I don't really want to be a villain. I just want my wife back. And that's just a good. I don't know. That's why I've always loved Mr. Freeze. And
well, you know, they came up with that storyline in Heart of Ice that officially retconned the Mr. Freeze character.
Yeah, you're right. It was Paul Dini that did that, right? Paul Dini recreated it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, because 1960s Mr. Freeze in the show they had I think they had 3 guys play him, and I remember the guy with the switch box, like you couldn't stand anywhere unless you were in the warm right. Look at this
Two-Face and Riddler's outfits.
I almost want to pause it so I can look at everything. But we got Riddler's outfit, we got Two-Face's outfit. I thought I saw a Joker thing in there.
Makes you wonder if they're trying to say that the Two-Face lived.
It makes me wonder.
I mean, he did.
How they get the uniform? Yeah.
They did give him that over-the-top death kind of thing. That if they wanted to.
I feel like this is like Black Friday shopping.
That's how they prepped him for it. They were like, Jeep, just go shop on Black Friday.
Okay. All right, babe, it's Tickle Me Elmo season. Go in here, get us what we can. The shopping cart even has Arkham on it.
That's not good. Bryan.
No, always go for that smaller.
Makes me look slimmer. And he totally probably got naked in front of her. So it's totally cool.
I need the diamonds from my hideout. Love how they just have a torch ready to cut open these cells.
Not good. No, man, these pipes
Always winterize your pipes.
I think this is really cool. Always winterize your pipes. That's cool. And then it just so happens to explode the wall. That's just what they need.
Looks like a 4-foot thick wall.
Yeah. I don't think so.
I don't think ice expands that much.
No. And then, there's no way that they could possibly survive that jump. No way. Nope. You hit that water, it's going to be like cement. Boom, dead. I can't believe this Batman movie has unrealistic things in it. Okay, I don't like that line. I'm Alfred. I helped raise you. You're Bruce Wayne. Why wouldn't I tell you that, hey, I'm sick? Okay, well, that's a good line. My only regret is I was never able to be out there with you.
I love that Alfred line.
I love it too. Not all heroes wear masks.
Some more.
Do you regret it? Do you regret taking care of us, Alfred? No. looking over heroes.
And then the Batmobile just parked out front. Love how their security footage is the what we saw as the audience.
Mm-hmm. Man, it's gorgeous. Sucks.
I mean, even his uniform looks more like the '66. What's his face?
Well, it looks more like Chief of Heroes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, this movie is I don't know, it's like Batman 66 parallel universe stuff, absolutely. But I just can't get over how great that Ron suit looks. I mean, it is a straight Nightwing suit, but it just looks so great.
Well, they found Mrs. Freeze. To the, I mean, even the score in this feels like it's just cut and paste from Batman Forever. Like, they may have wrote a couple, like, tiny pieces of new music for the villains, but for the most part, like, I don't know, maybe one day I should put the two movies in at the same time and just watch them.
Side by side?
Yeah. And just watch.
That would be pretty cool.
I've seen them both enough. I mean, I remember the day this came out on VHS.
That's a bad edit right there. That's a bad CGI edit right there.
I remember the cover art poster for this and picking up the VHS copy. My mom picked it up. We came home from school. Freezing heat. I mean, that is straight 66 style.
Yeah. My lungs, like, things don't freeze that quickly unless they're exposed to something like liquid nitrogen, something that's like below zero.
Yeah.
Things don't freeze that quick. Air doesn't get that cold that fast.
It's the same concept of how quickly the sun rises or sets in any movie or show that deals with sun setting. Like a vampire show or gargoyles or anything. Like, you ever watch the sunrise? Yeah, it's cool, but it's not instantaneously. There is a little bit of time.
Yeah, it takes the passage of time for you to actually see the sun break the horizon and rise above it.
I love that Mr. Freeze is still making ice cream. Like, it's not an abandoned factory. There's still ice cream being grown.
Hey, do you know that there are 2 Mr. Freeze ice cream shops up here?
Like, Mr. Freeze themed in Toledo?
Mr. Freeze. It's called Mr. Freeze, and it's an ice cream shop. It's not Mr. Freeze, Batman Mr. Freeze. It's just called Mr. Freeze.
I want some of Mr. Freeze ice cream, yo. Like, now.
They got this strawberry shortcake, man. It comes in like this quart container. Comes in this quart jug. And it's got a couple of strawberry shortcakes. And it's got strawberries and ice cream and whipped cream. And it's all layered.
Oh, gosh.
It's like a quart, dude.
Why are we even watching Batman? Why do we have ice cream? Oh my gosh, that sounds fantastic. Okay, so another thing that bugs me is like, so Bane's arms like get greener and greener as this movie goes on. Like, if you want to make him the Hulk, just pay Universal for some rights and just throw him in. Like, I don't know. It could have been interesting as the movie goes on. Like, the more times he hits the Venom button, like, the weaker he really is getting in the long run. Like, that would have been kind of interesting. But that would involve good writing.
That's too in depth.
Yeah, Joel Schumacher.
Look at that one kick, and he just sent 6 cops rolling down the stairs.
Well, it's Arnold, man.
Stop. Smell my roses.
You can't stop me, Batman.
You're the star. You can see it now. You're all big, bright, in the sky. Let me guide you.
Hit you with a pipe and you go down.
Don't kiss it.
Why do you think she's so desperate? It's a real issue. You know that? You just couldn't say that you can kiss me enough.
Got some real issues with women.
Yeah, he does.
Vicky Vale, Catwoman.
Oh, not the mint chocolate.
Chase.
Not the mint ice cream.
Makes me want to go to like Baskin Robbins and get one of those Superman ice creams.
Oh. Stop fucking ice cream, man. Come on.
We're in an ice cream factory. What do you expect?
I know.
Mind is on ice cream.
I'm going solo. That's right. Take that cape off. Just become straight up Nightwing. Get it done.
Yep. Poison Ivy.
If she didn't give it a second thought, she's just like, I'm just gonna kill this woman.
I've never been good with competition.
I don't think those flowers are real.
It's kind of like plastic flowers.
Plastic flowers.
Plastic flowers and ivy don't match, don't mix.
Yeah, I didn't pick when I was watching that Harley Quinn episode today. It didn't occur to me when Harley realized that at first, and like why that was significant. But then I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm putting all together.
Have you watched yet, Tyler?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I kind of felt like the Harley Quinn show has I mean, it's done a pretty good justice to Poison Ivy. I mean, her character is pretty good in it. But
Lake Bell's voice and her acting to situations and reacting to situations, she was pretty darn amazing. That they made her more than like a one-note Poison Ivy.
Right. I mean, though I do feel like season 1 was a little bit better than this season 2. I don't know. Season 2 seemed to be kind of all over the place.
Season 2 had more emotional arcs and emotional stakes, you know?
True.
So, I mean, in both seasons, I liked every episode. Some I liked less than others, a couple here or there, but so they had really good episodes, and then they dipped from time to time, but nothing was bad.
Oh, I mean, I like where Poison Ivy is right now. I really liked the Mr. Freeze episode. I thought that was done extremely well. I didn't particularly see that coming.
Yeah, that was a good, strong, emotional part.
Yeah, it was. And like going into this movie, it's I think another hiccup this movie kind of had is like Mr. Freeze and Poison Ivy.
Yeah.
It's just a weird combo. Like it's a combo that doesn't totally make sense. Like working together and their abilities. Like if they would have went with Mr. Freeze and Firefly, yeah, that kind of would have made sense. Poison Ivy and I don't even know who else. It was just a weird combo. And I felt like all this talk with Batman and Robin not trusting each other, like that's what this movie should have been about. But throwing that Alfred arc into it, and with possibly losing Alfred, this throwing in Batgirl, like that should have been maybe in some next movie. I don't know. There's a lot going on in this movie, and it kind of runs into almost the Spider-Man 3 trauma. Like you got so much going on, you got so many great villains you're trying to throw in this movie, and maybe that's why the Batman franchise took a hold for a little bit.
I like that scene from Bruce's side, anyways, about how he's understanding that something's not right. How Poison Ivy's got them fighting over her and pitting them against each other.
Well, I mean, you gotta kind of make Bruce be the detective someday. It's just unfortunate that it's just very small. But
he's Alfred's sick, buddy.
But Dick should be the guy that's like, no, you're wrong, Bruce. Ivy likes me. The inexperienced crime fighter.
This is such an odd scene with Alfred and Barbara. You look so much like your mother. Like either his really old sister, I don't know. I feel like either way they decided to go with it, they should have had more background information. So, giant telescope, nice. Hey, Commissioner Gordon. Oh, look. I think, I've heard this said before. I think maybe like here with Poison Ivy and stuff, Gordon should have maybe bit the dust.
Why, it's right on top of police headquarters.
I just love.
It's so crazy.
But you probably don't have access.
Why, dear lady, I,
What?
the commissioner of the police, have the keys.
She does when she's bad. Doesn't make sense, but she does.
What was he asking?
Why Poison Ivy don't have she don't have red hair.
Oh, she wears a wig.
I know it's one of those I always think that's a great way of any female superhero comic book character to just kind of divert their identity. The wig, it really helps. So right there, she should have just kissed him, and that should have been the end of Pat Hinkle.
Yeah.
Instead of
if it was any other character, they would have been kissed.
It's just sad because Gordon is pretty much non-anything in this movie.
Yeah, he doesn't matter being the police commissioner.
I mean, and even in Batman Returns, he was already cut back and reduced to basically nothing.
I see graveyard. Then I will put Batman's heart on his body and kill Freeze hands.
Yeah, Freeze kind of scares me. He just likes everything to be so cold. This is a cool shot, though.
What a beast.
Why would you say that? Let there be light. Like it's already shining. It's not like you turn the light on.
Yeah. You think after all the sparking, the electricity would have, the flow of electricity would have been interrupted and the light would have gone off.
Because there's going to be a new light.
Enter password.
Yeah, Alfred's password is going to be Alfred. Yeah, no.
My thing is, like, and nowadays, if she kept trying that, it's just like, encryption erased. System shut down. You've been locked out. Please call IT to have reset.
Then she calls Lucius Fox.
Well, he wanted somebody to be able to figure it out, so, giving that unlimited amount of tries to figure out the password.
He wanted his brother, because, only family can be trusted, which is supposed to be, like, the theme of this, and I've always wanted, in some form of live action, to just explore the themes of, like, Alfred as the surrogate father, and then Bruce as the surrogate father of Dick, and however you want to shape it, just those type of relationships, and we've just not got those. I do want to point out, I do like the Alfred flashback there, that the lovely
At least the flashbacks
is home and is here gracing us with her presence now.
That boy looks familiar. At least with the flashbacks in this one, they're like Alfred flashbacks. It's not flashbacks to the murder again.
Right, this is like the only Batman movie.
Thank you.
Okay, just keeping with like the Batman 66 idea, it's the only one that doesn't have the death of the Waynes.
Because how many times do you need to see it?
We've seen it a lot.
A million?
Well, there's been a number of them where it's been long and it's been part of the story, like the origin and everything, but like you get BVS and it's the opening couple of minutes and that's it.
It's one of those things that
it's just established this is the murder of the Waynes, how it was experienced by this Batman, and move on.
Yeah, how old is that photo? Okay, straight up. Like, that's supposed to be her mom? Like, how old is her mom? Like, how old is that photo? Like, what is going on here? Like,
time travel, man.
That's part of the timeless thing of it. Like, you get all those, you can have those really cool old style photos like that.
I love this. Like, I thought it was cool, like, the shot on her face, but the fact that, like, it opens, like, he made a DVD-ROM that, like, opens, like, with this really cool, like, preview with the symbol and everything, like.
And he created the Batman over Robin symbol.
Yeah. It would have been kind of neat.
Or the Robin symbol over the Batman.
Like, if it had been square up on her face and it showed, like, the bat symbol across her eyes, almost like a mask. Been kind of cool, but like her head was like crooked. It is the surface you We should have done a live reading of this, and Bryan could have been Bane and Poison Ivy.
Okay.
Oh Lord. I say oh Lord, but I want to hear it. That'd be great.
Is it not awkward that there's a Robin signal? Like.
Kill.
See, now we gotta do comic readings with voices and stuff. Like find a comic version of this. I'm sure there's Batman and Robin. I know there's Batman Forever.
Yes. See, that's a good line. Like, I just wish they would have built that story. You know? I just really wish they would have given us that story for him to earn the friend, partner, brother line. Okay, this makes no dang sense. All those diamonds, like, seriously? Like, do they even know what a diamond is? And what the purpose of a diamond is? Like, the logic, science, we've tossed out the window. Okay, making the telescope into a freeze gun. That doesn't... It looks like it could work, but yeah, it doesn't really...
How would you not know who Mr. Freeze is?
I don't know, maybe it's one of those things in Gotham, there's just so many of these type of villains that you just can't keep track of it. There's a new one every week, you know, every day.
I guess that's a valid point.
The city's just... I like the pre-made stalactite looking, or stalagmite, I can't remember. The ice bombs. I feel like Arnold must have had a very lonely shoot on this. Just kind of watching it and studying a little bit. He does a lot of shots by himself, and then knowing that there's people he never interacted with.
Well, this was during his health problems.
True.
He had heart surgery. I can't remember if it was before or after this film.
I want to say it was after it was filmed.
I think it was after. Can't remember. What would you say? You think it was after?
Yeah, I think he had his surgery after the filming was over, and
yeah,
before
I
the
think
press
I think what he was doing was hiding his ailments during.
I just want to know: do you enter the cave through the back port there? Because she's standing on it and it's spinning upward. Where do you go to get to the bottom?
I don't know, man. It's been pretty weird.
Robin and Batman have their own dressing rooms. See that?
I mean, that's cool considering
they're labeled.
This is post Forever. After the cave was destroyed, they had to rebuild stuff.
Yeah. That way, all their personalized equipment is all located in one central area. You suit up and you gather all your equipment and you roll. It'd be real easy if you didn't have to walk around somebody.
I mean, wouldn't this be a little bit sweeter if, say, Batman and Robin were tricked and were, here we go, the Batgirl suit up.
And how do you know her measurements?
Because he's Alfred.
That's kind of creepy. Yeah.
That cape looks horrible. That looks like a heavy piece of leather. But, if Batman and Robin had been kidnapped by Poison Ivy or were actually in danger, and then she had to be Batgirl to save them.
Yeah, that would make sense.
That's why she suits up and goes, and it'd have been I don't know.
I'd say they got that a quarter right. She saves them.
Yeah, and it's weird that she does, but that's not her initial reason for going. As a kid, I should have paid more attention to the fact that the Batmobile was gone when she was there, because I just remember this scene and thinking, oh no, Robin's in trouble.
Oh, yeah.
And I literally just thought of that just now. The Batmobile was gone. I mean, she really did redecorate the Turkish bath here with plants that looks like my mom's basement.
No, but she had Bane decorate it all. He was just darker reds.
Okay, so she...
Curtain.
That's Bane's real superpower. He's an amazing interior decorator.
He does drapes.
Curtain.
He does drapes. Yes.
I like that Robin's his cape's not all the way.
Why didn't you fold your bed up?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
I love the voice they did for Bane.
Yes. Can we just acknowledge the giant plant that Ivy just popped out of? And her new outfit just because?
It was time for another clothing change.
The last outfit wasn't cutting it.
And the last hairdo, this one must be even bigger.
Somebody goes to Vidalsa's room. I'm wearing rubber lips, you idiot.
Rubber lips. That is a Batman 66 thing.
It sure is.
Surprised it's not called the Bat Lip Covers or something.
Or Ivy repellent
bat rubber lips.
Ivy repellent bat lips.
Yeah, right.
Okay, that kid, yeah. Okay, that kid was horrible right now.
Yeah, I've always seen that. Like, that just looks bad.
Like, is he just hooking on the hips, or, like... No.
Her thorn bracelets there, they looked like total rubber.
Right. And I hate that she's not wearing a cowl, man. Like, I hate it. Passive aggressive number went out long ago.
See, that she would have been the first Bat person to be able to turn her head with a cowl on, because it would have just been the helmet type deal with her hair sticking out the bottom of the back.
Hey, you're right, yeah. Yeah, like, I mean, none of them have been able to turn their head. Could Val Kilmer turn his head?
No.
Okay.
Not there's after Michael Keaton's, they I mean, it's a little bit looser to move their heads around.
Yeah.
But it's not full mobility like they decided to create with The Dark Knight.
True. I don't know, you almost want to go back and watch, like, did Batman turn his head?
No, you see it when every time they turn to somebody, like, it's either just their eyes or they turn their whole body.
Yeah, you're right. And I honestly think there was tons of scenes where, like, they didn't film actors together.
No way, that's Barbara. I can't believe she had to tell him that.
Yeah, right.
Like, no way Batman ever could have known that without her telling.
The blonde hair, the lack of, covering your secret identity that Robin has, that didn't give it away? No? Okay. Sure.
Blurting it right out.
Oh, hey guys, it's me, Barbara. Yeah, nobody else could have given the cave.
That woman, that person.
I mean, I always thought this was pretty cool how he froze the whole city.
I mean, look how big the city looks. That's always what I've appreciated from these films.
Yeah.
It made it feel like a city and not just a few blocks, even though we're seeing the same place. Hey, there's Taco Bell.
Yep.
Yeah,
you know what? I don't think I've ever seen that Taco Bell symbol there before.
Okay, so here's a question for you.
Or at least acknowledged it.
Yeah, same here. That dog, is that the same dog from Batman Forever who was in the quick scene of Edward Nygma with all the people in the box? Same bulldog?
Could be.
Let's look at the dog's movie database profile.
Is it another one of the things that Schumacher, just carried over a character? Like, oh yeah, he'll just be another character in this movie, too. Here we go. This is
that thing that Batman's driving. I had that.
So when did they go back to the Batcave?
Yeah, I mean, can we at least have a line of dialogue about needing to put on the new thermal suits? I mean,
literally so good there.
Yes, with the cow.
She looks so great there.
Yeah, the cowl is dope. But I mean, I always rationalize that the suits were like thermal or designed for fighting freeze.
Oh, I always rationalized that they were there to sell more toys.
That's the real reason. But I mean, almost every Batman movie has 2 suits in it. But still, like, I mean, his thing makes no sense. Her cycle looks sweet, but makes it's barely there. And she just put on her suit, and now she has another suit already.
Nope.
Alfred's on top of it, man.
I mean, he is. And
even sick and dying, he found a way to make Batgirl a whole bunch of suits.
And it's even crazier because it's not even like a scene of them in Batman Forever we have the cars blowed up. So should I go by sea or by air? We didn't get a scene of let's all vehicle up, new suit up.
And when they had the time to make this new Bat Zamboni or whatever.
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's such a huge jump. They're barely.
It's like a high-powered fan speedboat. He could take that out on the swamp too.
They're barely there.
No, don't take the cow off. No.
I mean, but granted that the only person who really has a new suit here is Batman. Robin's and Batgirl's just repaints. Just like action figures, repaints. His suit actually is different. Robin's looks like the same, just with those bat heaters are pretty sweet.
His suit looks like the Sonar suit repainted from Batman Forever.
Yep, sure does. It probably is.
Nah, it's different. You can see little differences, but you also have a different actor. I do like that bat symbol, though, being large and pronounced.
In charge. Large.
All right.
Yeah, it's not quite the fat bat symbol.
I love the
that
Sonar bat
Affleck
suit.
wears.
I love the Batman symbol on the Sonar suit.
How did he sneak up on him? How did a man in a silver and light up blue suit sneak up on you?
And there's Batgirl and Robin.
Mr. Freeze is looking at you.
There's Batgirl and Robin falling. Yeah, her suit really is just a repaint. Same with his. But you can sell the action figure. And this movie created a new word. And yeah.
What was the new word?
This movie was created a new level of marketing, that's for sure.
It did. Created the term toyetic. And having toy companies be part of the movie making process so that they can get any toy possible. Which, I mean, I will say this. I hate when you see a movie and they make toys for it that aren't even in the movie. This one made sure that everything in the movie had a toy.
I like that repelling that Batman does. Kind of falls and then it springs back up.
Bane taking down 2 of them. I mean, even the setting for this kind of feels like Riddler's place.
And that's disappointing, because one move and nothing even special, and they take Bane out.
Yeah. I'm still looking for my action figures of the 2 scientists. I don't think that bat suit has the bat nipples, does it?
I have to pay attention.
And Bane's out.
See, that's why I hate when they make like the Venom his only source of strength.
Man, I want that weight loss regimen.
Yeah, that would be dope.
Well, that's kind of the point there is Bane, even without the Venom, is an incredibly formidable opponent for Batman, physically and mentally. And actually, when he overcomes his Venom addiction, he should be a even more intelligent opponent.
Exactly. But that's not the Bane that we are given.
It's not the Bane we're given here, and it's not the Bane we're given in most stories or games or anything.
So Gotham's located right around Philadelphia?
Yes. You know, let's say this is the worst Bane. The second worst Bane is from Gotham, and I don't really want to get started on how rough and bad that Bane was.
I don't know. I could even just have the argument that one's even worse than this Bane.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably worse.
Ooh, that's a good argument.
That's the worst Bane. Because that one in Gotham's like, like steampunk Bane. It's not Bane. It's like that villain in Hellboy, with the turnkey on the heart.
Yeah, but he was
Bane like.
Yeah, I mean, okay, I can go with that. I can definitely see that.
Yeah,
argument.
that Bane's the worst.
I can give you that. All right, that's cool. That Bane sucks. I'll take this Bane over that one.
This one this one kind of looks like Bane.
Yeah.
And look, I don't have to save you.
At least when he was juiced up, he looked like a guy you could consider like. Some Bane from the alternate universe who's not, intelligent.
That's a model.
It's pretty awesome, though.
It is awesome. The movie just feels larger, so.
I love seeing movies like that. Practical effects enhanced by CGI.
Yes. I just like that Batman has two sidekicks, but he still does all the work. Man, look, it's even the scene even ends with Batman saving two people. Let me leave you here. Thank you, Batman. How do I get down? Where do I go from here? Lucy didn't actually how much they weigh.
His power winches definitely don't have the weight limit they did before.
Yeah.
That's progress.
That's what I was thinking, like 108? Nope.
Couldn't carry him and one other person, and this time it's taking up 3 fully armored individuals at high speeds.
A computer genius.
At least they gave that to her.
Pretty good at this, little girl.
Watch and learn, little boy.
Yeah, they're I just either make this movie about like Batgirl shouldn't have been in this movie. If you would have saved her for the next movie, and it could have been about like her stepping in and Robin having to decide to go out on his own, and she becomes Batgirl as Robin leaves to become Nightwing, something like that, in a sense of growth progression. But I like how everyone, thawing in this world is so simple. Just bounce right back.
just walk it off. Just another day of being attacked by a supervillain. Just shrug it off. Life continues as normal.
Yep. See, that cowl looks so much better on him. The whole suit's not that great, but that cowl looks better.
Yeah, it does.
As I told Lady Reed when I pulled her aside, this is a one-woman show.
Let's watch this movie again, but I'll just dub in all the lines from Batman Forever. So right here, you could be like, I am both Batman and Bruce Wayne. And then the Riddler just starts screaming.
That screaming reaction from Jim Carrey makes you think that scene was supposed to be darker than it ended up being at time of release.
Yeah, I agree. Well, this is a cool scene, just because Freeze is, does have that redemptive arc. Now, in the comics, I was telling Bryan the other day, is how they've taken, with the New 52, where they took Mr. Freeze back to more of a dark, more evil, kind of background.
Right.
A little bit more twisted. Alright, experimental drug. Supposedly supposed to cure McGregor syndrome part 1. Let's just give it to Alfred and see what happens.
Right.
Did Freeze ever actually go to the proper channels to try to find someone to help him with his research? And look, that IV is already made for that too.
Well, at least with the Heart of Ice storyline, there was a villain for him to focus on. So he needed revenge for what happened to him,
now look,
and for her staying that way.
Look at Robin. He's in his red costume. This makes me wonder, and Batman, it looked like he was back in his regular Batman suit without the cowl on. So they were supposed to have just come from that battle to Alfred's side, but they're in the wrong costumes.
It's because they don't know how to edit a film.
So it makes you wonder, if that was kind of a parts of a different scene that they edited together, or their continuity person on set sucked, because I don't feel like there was ever reshoots for this movie, because I feel like they did it too fast to even have time for reshoots. But maybe
there's not even been a door there. So he's just hanging out in the dark
with his suit. I mean, that's menacing.
That light shining in his mouth, I always thought, that's pretty cool.
It is cool. I like there's Robin, part of his suit, I think right there on the ground, by Bruce. And he's not wearing a robe, he's wearing a hoodie, so that's cool.
Alfred.
And Tim Drake told Azrael, Jean-Paul Valley, Bruce has a rule of no suits in the house.
Which, you know what? That would be a really cool thing if there was something that we knew that, so that the fact that they just kind of broke all the rules to get there to save Alfred, like, just to impact the importance of him, you know? I mean, that's some fast-acting drugs, too.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
All right, Alfred, clean up this mess. You're feeling better now. All right, get back to work.
A one dose cure. Or rather, 2-dose cure.
Too bad Mr. Freeze wasn't around to help save Iris's mom. Oh!
And he said, why weren't, that was the first time I fell and you weren't there to catch me. So then when I fell and you would take care of it.
You are going back to school. She never explained sorry.
See, I feel like they could have a better, like, brother relationship if they actually got to develop it.
Could have had a better relationship, period, if they would develop it.
Partners.
We're gonna need a bigger cave that we never get.
And then we got the same shot. Now it's all three of them. I mean, that shot makes no sense, but I still love it. There's not enough rooftop to clear that type of running, but I still love the look of it.
What happened to the Robin signal? I never really saw it get destroyed. Who built a new bat signal?
So, we have completed...
Bruce just purchased it. What do you mean?
Oh, Jeep Swenson.
We have completed...
Jeep. Chrysler person?
Maybe.
Genius check a little bit. Yeah, it was a stupid joke. I like when I have fans.
So that was Batman and Robin. It's a fun watch. I enjoy it. Enjoy watching it with you guys. You could tear it apart or just enjoy it for what it is, and realize if you hate it, guess what? Just watch Batman Begins and be quiet.
Yeah, it's funny. It's with this movie, you can not like it, but you can still have fun with it.
Yeah. Even the TV show Gotham got really campy. Like, it started a little bit darker, and then it got campy. It's a fine line. I don't know why people just get lazy and decide that, well, if we can't pull off Batman serious anymore, we'll just slip into camp, which is sad. That's why, I don't know. I would love to see someone take the Bat franchise and be able to expand it like the way we want with more of the Bat family members, It's like we have all these pseudo-Bat shows. We have Titans. We have Batwoman. But we don't actually get to see Batman.
Yeah, it'd be pretty cool for them to, if they were to be more, like, comic accurate, like, have a Batman film where, like, by the end of the first one, he is working with Dick Grayson. Maybe not Dick being Robin, but then in the second one, he's Robin, and then in the third one, they separate, and he's got a new Robin.
It would be something just kind of neat to see, like, just something other than...
Yeah, kind of a passage of time, and...
I'd really like them to do an HBO show, like a Batman HBO show, or like the first season's more like Legends of the Dark Knight-ish. He's going after mobsters, he's taking down serial killers. Near the end of the season, we see like Tony Zuko was a big part of it, and then we get this like maybe we go into the Long Halloween type thing. I don't know. I would like to see a Batman series on HBO because I think that they would take it seriously.
I just love how on Batman animated series, Robin just showed up. It's just simple. He's at college. Sometimes he's there, sometimes he's not. So that way we got episodes with Batman, episodes with Robin, without having to do like the origin, and then we went back and told the origin in a flashback.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of
And how long, how long have they been doing their thing? Because Robin's in college and getting ready to make his step away and become Nightwing. But in the flashback, he's 12 years old.
Yeah, for real. So that's at least
so
6
college.
years.
He's at least he's at least been with Bruce for 6 or 7 years.
So, but yeah, Batman and Robin, rest in peace, Joel Schumacher. Everyone.
Gotham City.
City of Justice.
Yeah.
City of Peace. The soundtrack for this one the soundtrack for this one just does not get the power that they had when they did Batman Forever.
They've got Snow Miser. They've got that song credited.
I'm Mr. White Christmas. I'm Mr.
Think you can sing it well enough for Mr. Freeze so you don't get frozen?
What's that?
So you think you can sing it well enough for Mr. Freeze so you don't get frozen?
Absolutely not.
All right.
But I would be standing there eating cookies. Put the cookie down!
So let's wrap it up. Any quick final thoughts here?
It was nice watching seeing your kids watch the movie and just really enjoy it.
Reenact scenes.
It is a good movie to watch with the kiddos. You don't have to worry about inappropriate things or extra violence. It's like that in addition to Batman 66. The Batman Forever and Batman Robin, they were just big movies for me as a kid. They were like my Batmans. And now I'm older, so Ben Affleck's my Batman. But it's for what it was. It's nice to delve into that nostalgia every once in a while. There's things that you really love as a kid, and watching the next generation enjoy them like you did.
Yeah. This movie's just, it's fun. There's not a Batman movie that I've seen that's unwatchable.
Have you tried the cereals?
I've said that I've seen. I have not watched the cereals, so I'm iffy. I'm iffy on watching them.
Those cereals are rough.
I've heard some talk about them, and I'm like, whew, yeah, that's gonna be a tough sit through. But it's not unwatchable. Is it a great movie? No. Is it fun? Yes. Does everything make sense? Not really at all, but
it was a different time. What they wanted to accomplish, they learned the wrong lessons about why Batman Forever had worked as well as it did. And like I said at the start of the podcast, if this movie had been successful, it would have kept going. But, it gave us an 8-year break till we got Batman Begins.
Well, they hired Val Kilmer right off the back of Tombstone. And I forget what else he was going into right after Batman.
Wasn't it The Saint?
I think that's what it was. And Jim Carrey at his peak. And Tommy Lee Jones was huge then, too. And then they go into this movie, and who's big? You got Alicia Silverstone from Clueless. She was pretty big because of Clueless. George Clooney, he's huge. Arnold, he's huge.
Always.
Uma Thurman, she's big off of Pulp Fiction. Just trying to get a big name now, people who are it now, and get them cast in roles.
Yeah, it was. So Val Kilmer had Batman in '95, The Ghost in the Darkness in '96, and then he had the Saint in '97. So, but there was all kinds of stuff like he was weird and hard to work with, and who knows whatever's really true. But we know that
the shadow knows.
We know that Chris O'Donnell had a good time and tried to give it his all, and George Clooney was trying to do his best. But sometimes it's just the director and where they're taking it. And Schumacher, he admitted things were his fault, but he didn't stop things, and he just kind of went with what the studio wanted and what he thought people wanted without really, they were making a living cartoon, is what they said.
Yeah. The studios are like, it's a cartoon, more. Does not have to be believable. You just have to go with it.
But we're going to put a pin in it there so we don't, keep talking. We're already running long for a good commentary. Still not our longest one, though.
No.